Today, I want to talk about Google's AI Edge Gallery. And this is a program that lets you run small language models on your mobile devices. Let me pause their animation for a second. And so this is basically you can run something like a Gemma 4 or it has Gemma 3 and some other just smaller Google models, but this is unlike, Gemma model, or excuse me, Gemini models or ChatGPT models or Claude models. The models that you're going to run with AI Edge Gallery, they're actually going to run locally on your device. So as you can see on here, you can download it for Android, for iOS, and then you can do Mac OS, and it's meant to be used on either a mobile phone or a tablet or a laptop. But you're going to install the models locally to, we'll say a phone in this example. And then once it's on your phone, you don't reach back out to the web. You only run it from your phone. So this is why it says up here, offline models on device. So once you download this for whatever device you have, so we'll say an Android phone because this is Google and this is what it will look like. Go to the Google Play Store and then you search for Google AI Edge Gallery and you download it on your phone, and then you're going to see a screen that looks basically like this. And you can choose from these different cards on there, and you can do like an AI chat, you can do agent skills, you can do ask it about images. There's a bigger picture down here. So yeah, so you can see one of the cards like this. And like, let's say you're going to do agent skills because it's in the front, right? So you see that on there, and then all of the cards have a number of models. And that basically, it means once you click on the card, it'll take you to another screen, and then you can see, Gemma 4, whichever model, or Gemma 3, whichever model. And then you can pick one or more models, and then you actually have a download button, and you download whichever models you want. And then that model takes however long to download to your phone in this case. And then once it's there, now whatever you do, you are just going to do from that model on your phone. So, if you're doing AI chat, once the Gemma 4 model is on your phone and you ask it a question like, hey, what's the capital of Australia? It's not going into the cloud. It's not going to the web. It's not going to any kind of server or data center or whatever. It's just going to that model on your phone, and it's going to go into its training data and then look for the answer to your question and then bring it back. It's a lot more complicated than that, but that's kind of the simplified version. But the point is, it doesn't go off of your phone. So let me play through this automation. There's animation. It moves kind of quickly, but it just shows you some of the different things. So once you click on something, like you'll have a list of models like this. And it again has Gemma 3, 1 billion, has Qwen 2.5 is on there, Gemma 4, E2B, etc. But like once you click on one of these cards, you'll get a screen kind of like this, and you can pick whichever model you want. And mine has a download button, doesn't say try it, but same idea. And then once it's on there, then you can choose if you want it to be like a CPU or GPU. And then again, this is just the chat card, choice, whatever. But then it'll have your model, and then you prompt it, and you have to allow it you have to allow it for voice, and you talk to it just like you would, talk to it if it was Gemini or ChatGPT or whatever. And it's just like, give it your prompt, and just at this point, it's just a normal back and forth chat like you would have with ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or whatever you use normally. And you go in and you give it the prompt, and then it's like, okay, here's the answer. And it'll feel very familiar. There are definitely limits. It's a different experience when you're using a small language model versus a large language model, and it's usually just a much smaller feature set, much less training data. So it's like if you ask it for something that's outside of its training data and what it can cover, it will just, it won't know, and it'll give you some kind of usually default response of, I don't know. Like, this is not part of my training data. I can't help you with that. But past that, it's just like you go in, there's some benchmark data that you can get if you're interested, but it has all these different things in here. So like one of the options is like this little garden game, there's an image thing. There are just a bunch of different tools that you can use, but the whole idea is that with all of them, you can choose from, a handful of models. I think it's like 2 to like 7 models. And then once you download the models, it runs from your phone or your laptop, whatever device you put it on there. So yeah, I mean, there's not really much to the site. We'll link this in the description so you can just kind of look through this, and then if you're interested, you can go to one of the links and then download it for your device. But there's not too much to this site. The only other thing that I didn't mention is that it has custom agent skills. Skills, if you're not familiar, are just like basically repeatable workflows. So it's like an SOP. It's like how you do something. There is a community with this, and this is their GitHub page. So there's a community, and people have made different skills that you can come to this page and then download and then put on your device. I will caution you, I don't think this is really monitored by Google. Usually with a lot of these like skill repositories, it's just like anyone, like if I wanted to, I can go on here and I could create a skill and upload it, and then it would be here to download. What that means is, and again, skills are basically instructions for whichever model to follow. And it could be code, it could be something malicious. It doesn't mean it is something malicious, it means that it's not monitored. So sometimes people put in things that are malicious that you don't want on your phone or on your laptop. So I would strongly caution you to either look through the skills before you put them on your device, or don't put them on your device, because there is a risk if you just go in and put in something random that somebody else just kind of put together. And skills are usually regular language. They're not necessarily code, but they can be code. It gets kind of weird. But there is an agent skills kind of community. It's pretty small because this hasn't really been out for that long. I think it has about 1 million users right now. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't really played around with this that much. I didn't even know this existed till like maybe 20 minutes ago. It's like I downloaded it on my Android phone and it downloaded fine. And I downloaded like Gemma 4 and kind of played around a little bit with like Tiny Garden and a couple of the other things on here, but it's like I haven't really used this that much. But from what I saw, it worked really well. Didn't take long to download the models. I think the model that I downloaded with Tiny Garden was like 270 meg, and like some of the Gemma 4 models on there were like maybe 2 gig or 3 gig. So just depending on how much storage you have on your phone or your laptop, whatever device you choose to put it on, those are some of the model sizes. There are more models than that. It says on here, laptop devices. It is only available for Mac OS. Like I don't see Windows or Linux or other operating systems. So keep that in mind. If you aren't going to do it on your phone, you want to put it on your laptop. I don't see an option that isn't Mac. Maybe they're going to change that in the future. I don't know. I don't really see anything on here or within the app that says that, but just know that there doesn't seem to be a non-Mac version for laptop devices. But yeah, I mean, if any of that is interesting, I would definitely check out Google AI Edge Gallery. Either click on this link from the description and look through the site, or just go to whichever, if you're going to put it on your phone, I would just go to either like the Android App Store or the iOS App Store and just search for Google AI Edge Gallery and just download it and try it out. And everything runs locally. So if you download a model and try it and you don't like it, you can just delete the model and then delete the app and go on with your day. But if you have any interest in running AI models off of the cloud, so on your local device, in this case, on your phone. I would definitely give Google AI Edge Gallery a try and see what you think. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.